Hello, my name is Riley Sullivan. I'm an admissions counselor for Finger Lakes Community College, and today I'm here to talk to you about the top 10 benefits of attending a SUNY Community College. So as you can see on the screen, there are 30 SUNY Community Colleges all throughout New York State. There are some within the Finger Lakes region, up to North Country, and then all the way down to downstate. So there's a lot of different options available for students if you're looking into a SUNY Community College. What's great is that there are so many unique programs that make each community college a little bit different. So as you can see on the screen, there are each school that's listed has a specific program that's pretty unique to them. So for example, you can see that Dutchess has an aviation pilot and then aviation management program. Monroe Community College has a optical systems technology program. Onondaga has health information technology and medical records. So everything you see on the screen are just some unique programs to the schools that fall within the SUNY community colleges. Specifically to FLCC, we have a bunch of really cool programs available. So a program that you might hear of pretty frequently is our music recording technology program. It is a 2-year associate's degree program. What's nice about this program is that it really allows for students to get the ins and outs of the industry from both the music major that we offer as well as music recording technology. We have state-of-the-art studios on our main campus in Canandaigua that our students are able to do their hands-on learning in. What's cool is a couple of years back, we actually had Zach Brown Band record in our studios, so our students really get a lot of experience while they're students before they either transfer or go into the career field, which is pretty awesome. Additionally, we have a cool program called Viticulture and Wine Technology that is located at our Geneva campus location. It is its own campus center. It is unique to the Finger Lakes. It's a great industry, and it's a pretty unique program to the Finger Lakes region and within SUNY. This program is the process of making wine. So growing grapes, making the wine, bottling the wine. Our students really get a lot of hands-on experience. And like I said, this is a program that is available to students whether they would like to transfer or go right into the career fields. We have agreements with schools like Cornell that allow for students to do 2 years in our viticulture program and then transfer to a school like Cornell. We also have natural resource conservation and environmental studies. This specifically offers students the ability to study within the environmental field. Whether you're looking to transfer onto a four-year school or go right into the field and work, there are a lot of great options available. We have 2 different off-campus locations where students go to do their hands-on learning as well. So if you're interested in pursuing an environmental program, there's a couple good options available. Additionally, we have an instrumentation and control technology program that is located at our Victor campus location. Students really get that hands-on experience. There's lots of co-ops available too, and internships. We also have a culinary arts program. The culinary arts program is both a certificate program and a degree program. All our students do their hands-on learning at the New York Kitchen in Canandaigua, where they are taught by professors who've worked in the field, who have experience, and who can hook them up with really great opportunities, whether it be internships or, after graduation when they're ready to go right into the career field. So FLCC offers a number of unique programs, like you can see on the screen, but if you're interested in finding out about the other programs that we offer, definitely go to our website. There's a full listing of our programs, the curriculum requirements, the different internships, and career outcomes available too. So these are some of the common degree programs that you hear. Normally when you're thinking about what you ultimately are going to be earning after you graduate, you're thinking about, okay, I'm going to be earning an associate's degree from a community college. You're not specifically normally thinking about this, the actual degree program besides, what you'll be studying. So on the screen, you can see there are a couple different options for degrees you can earn within community colleges. So an associate in arts, so an AA, and then an associate in science, an AS, are 2 different degree programs. Now, depends on the program and what you're interested in studying, but ultimately these 2 degrees are going to prepare you to transfer onto a 4-year institution. As you can see as well, there is an AAS, so Associates in Applied Science, and then an AOS, an Associate in Occupational Science. Community colleges offer a variety of these different degrees, but the AAS and the Associates in Occupational Science are preparing you to go right into the career field. So you're doing a lot more hands-on learning. You're really preparing for that next step when you graduate to go right into the field that you're currently studying. So for example, maybe you're interested in going into the nursing field. Our nursing program is an associate in applied science, and it really prepares you to go into the career field. Now there's transfer opportunities still available, but these programs are really offering you the ability to graduate with associates and get to work right away. We also have certificate programs. So when you think of a certificate program, you're thinking of a shortened amount of time, and it is normally about half the amount of credits of a degree, an associate's degree. So what's nice about a certificate program is you're really focusing on the curriculum that you are interested in. So for example, FLCC has a certificate in culinary arts, and they're really just focusing in on culinary arts. You don't have to take any other general education requirements, just the culinary based coursework. So it really gives students a great opportunity to get a certificate and go right into the field, or maybe you decide you want to earn that degree as well. Some certificates give you the ability to continue on and earn the degree too. So just something to keep in mind when you're starting that process of figuring out what type of degree you want, what program you might want. This is something that you down the line will think about. It's something that appears, on your diploma when you graduate. So just keep that in mind. There is a full listing of the different options available at FLCC. And then if you visit another community college's website, it will also show you most of the time the specific degree that you'll be earning too. So as you can see as well, there are 2+2 opportunities available at all community colleges. So when you're thinking about transferring, maybe you're just trying to figure out what type of degree you want right now. But maybe in the back of your head, you're thinking, I might want to transfer onto a 4-year institution after I graduate. There are 2+2, you hear that term, 2+2 opportunities available to students. So there's different types of 2+2 options. So what's nice about this is that if you fall within an agreement, it does typically make your transfer seamless, allowing you to do 2 years at a community college and then 2 years at a 4-year institution. So the 2+2 joint or dual admissions agreements are formal agreements between a community college and a 4-year institution that allows for a seamless transfer to a 4-year institution. So you'd spend 2 years for your associates and then transfer on for your bachelor's. Students do have to maintain a specific GPA and complete certain prereqs for that degree before moving on to that 4-year institution. So that's the first option. And then there's also transfer articulation agreement. So that is a formal agreement between a community college and a 4-year institution that allows for your credits to be applied to a specific degree program with a 4-year school. Now, this might make no sense if you're not 100% sure as to what you even want to study yet, but you have time, and you have time to figure out what it is you want to study and where you might want to transfer. Most schools have services available to students that offer you the ability to really chat with a counselor and figure out what it is that you want to study, and also figure out where you might want to transfer, or if you want to transfer in general, if it's it's a requirement of the career you're looking to go into. So I also like to talk on the fact that we also are a part of SUNY Transfer Paths. So what that means is if you visit the SUNY website, and I'm going to show you that in the next couple of slides, it summarizes the common lower division requirements that are shared by SUNY campuses. So if you're ever wondering, okay, what am I really taking my first 2 years at a community college or my first 2 years at a 4-year school? It helps to show you, based on your major, what it is that you should be taking your first 2 years at college that will help you to prepare to transfer, or no matter what you'd be taking if you're at a 4-year school or at a 2-year school. So SUNY Transfer Paths will really help you to identify that core coursework and prepare you to transfer to a 4-year institution. So this is our website at FLCC, but this is just the agreement agreements that we hold and the course advisement guides. So what's nice about this is that you can select your major that you're interested in at FLCC, or you can select the school that you're interested in transferring to. And it'll bring up a page that lists out the full, the agreements that we have with these schools, or maybe it'll list, the agreements that we only have with one specific school. It's a really great resource. I also like to point out that on the side, on the right of this page, you'll see upcoming events. Most institutions, similar to FLCC, community colleges, offer, someone who provides support to students who are looking to transfer ultimately after they graduate with their associate's degree. So we'll bring, area colleges in that will allow for you to have a one-on-one conversation as a FLCC student or as a student at a community college to prepare and make sure that you're doing everything necessary, like, maintaining a certain GPA, taking certain coursework to transfer into the four-year school that you're interested in. So we'll bring, different schools in and give students the ability to talk with different representatives to make sure that you're on the right track. Again, when you're being advised each semester, that's a conversation that we always encouraged you to have with your academic advisor is, this is where I'm interested in transferring to, what should I be taking here? It's not a bad thing to start a conversation both with, the school you're currently at and the school you're looking to get into to make sure that you're on the right path. So I was referring to SUNY transfer paths, and this is a great website or page on the SUNY website that allows for you to pick a specific major that you're interested in going into, and it'll give you a better idea as to the curriculum that you'd be taking your first couple of years at a community college. So in this case, I selected nursing, and when you select nursing, it gives you a little more information, like the lower division major requirements. So as you can see, Composition 1, Intro to Psychology, Microbiology, Anatomy and Physiology. These are just courses that you're encouraged to take because most of the time this is what you have to take anyway. So when you're considering, the different courses you should be taking, the different programs that you're looking into, this is a really great resource to utilize to figure out, okay, what should I be taking if I want to transfer? What should I be taking my first 2 years to really better my chances of getting into the program that I ultimately want to get into? So students can really go where they want to be within SUNY. This is a really great, easy resource to access and make sure that you're on the right track. It's always good to have a conversation with your academic advisor as well, but lots of support available. And if a student ever needs assistance, admissions staff, at a 2-year or a 4-year school is always a great contact. So contacting them to ask the questions that you might have, figure out what major requirements are typically needed in order to get into a certain school or a certain program, because some, community college programs are selective. And then some, 4-year institutions, if you're transferring from a community college, do have selective requirements that you do need to meet. So this is just the transfer path. So something to keep in mind is that if you are really considering a 2+2 program, definitely start doing your research, now to figure out where you might want to transfer, to have a conversation with the community college that you're currently attending or plan to attend to make sure that you're on the right path. And there's a lot of different resources that you can take advantage of. So the next benefit is cost savings. So as you can see on the screen, this is a breakdown of the average annual tuition at a SUNY Community College, a SUNY 4-year college, and then out-of-state and private schools. So this is just a good representation of what it typically costs to attend different types of schools. I'm actually a graduate of 2 SUNY schools. I did my first, 2 years at a community college, and then I transferred on to a 4-year institution that was also a SUNY school too. So I really kept this in mind when I was starting the process of, trying to figure out where I wanted to transfer, what I wanted to do, the cost that was associated with the program I was interested in. I was one of those students that just wasn't 100% sure as to what I wanted to study. So starting at a community college was a really great option for me. It gave me the ability to figure out what I wanted to do, to pursue a bunch of different areas of study, to really hone in on the specifics, and also figure out what school I wanted to transfer to next, knowing that I wanted to transfer to a 4-year school. So as you can see on the screen, the cost of a community college is normally a little over $4,800 for the 2021 academic year. FLCC was a little over $4,800 as well. And then SUNY four-year colleges, the cost, as well as out of state and private. So really, when you're starting the process of figuring out where you ultimately want to start and what your end goal is, really keep in mind, the tuition cost and the cost of attendance. It's definitely something that's valuable when you're thinking about choosing a specific school, making sure that you are going to see it, making sure that you are, really weighing the pros and cons once you find out how much financial aid that you'll be receiving, and applying for scholarships. So there's lots of different options, but definitely the cost of attending a community college is a lot less than attending a private school or a four-year institution. So it's a good place to start, knowing that you can transfer into a four-year school down the line and ultimately receive a bachelor's if that's what your end goal is. So benefit number 5 is the great experience that you'll have at a community college. What's nice and what I found to be beneficial was that a faculty member's primary responsibility is teaching. They're in a classroom to teach. It'll always be a direct faculty member. You're not chatting with anyone else about a class that you're taking. They're there to help you. They're there to, help you understand the curriculum and learn and set you up for success when you graduate. Classes are taught by award-winning faculty, many who have worked in the field that you're actually interested in. So for example, maybe you're interested in working in the field of criminal justice. Most of the time, your faculty professors have actually worked in the field. They're able to give you insight and provide you with experiences that they've been through. They're also able to hook you up with, networking opportunities and internships or shadowing experiences. So that's definitely something else to keep in mind. Flexible scheduling options are also including, available and include multiple campus options, online, day, and evening classes. So at a community college, we understand that, not everybody is right out of high school. Not everybody is looking to take a full-time schedule. Maybe you need to work. So there are a lot of great options available for students, fully online programs, evening classes that really fit your lifestyle. So definitely consider that when you're selecting a school. And then unique and international travel opportunities too. So there's opportunities to study abroad. There's opportunities to, internship, take advantage of those, those different, basically, options when you go to, really figure out what you might want to do. So definitely consider the benefit of, working with faculty closely. That's something that I really enjoyed when I was a student, was I was able to develop a relationship with my professors when I was at a community college. It really gave me that ability to take advantage of what should I be doing, how to prepare myself to go into the field that you currently worked in or you have worked in the past. So keep that in mind. Additionally, if you're thinking you might want to challenge yourself academically, there are tons of different on-campus options for students. So there's lots of honor study courses. So what these are small seminar classes for students who are looking to challenge themselves. When you're preparing to transfer to a four-year college, there's lots of scholarships available. FLCC specifically has an honor study house on our main campus in Canandaigua. Phi Theta Kappa is one of our main honor societies. It's an excellent way to, open different doors and employment opportunities. And like I mentioned, there's tons of scholarship opportunities that do come with being a part of an honor society as well. So when you are studying the college process and considering honors programs, or maybe you're just looking to challenge yourself a little bit more and see what scholarships are out there, definitely look into different honors programs that are available at community colleges within SUNY. So additionally, there's also small class sizes. This is something that I really enjoyed when I was a student. The typical class size is around 20 to 25 students at most SUNY community colleges. FLCC is considered a medium-sized community college. Community colleges range from small to medium to large. What's nice is that you really have the option to, redo your research and figure out what you're looking for in a community college. What's nice is that if you are in a smaller classroom size, you can have a relationship with your professor. They'll know your name. You'll know their name. They'll be able to help you and give you advice to move forward with your education. The total enrollment through SUNY Community Colleges range from 1,200 students to over 26,000. But what's nice is that you really are able to individualize your, priorities when you're in a smaller classroom and really be heard for sure. So there are tons of support services for students available. As you can see on the screen, there are summer programming and offerings to help students who place in developmental courses. So maybe, you just need some additional help in English or math. There is help and support to move you forward so that you can eventually get into the level of coursework that's required of the degree that you're in. There is athlete mentoring and advisement and academic support, specifically at FLCC. We have different areas in the college that help to tutor students within different areas of study. So maybe you need some additional help with science-based coursework. Maybe you need some additional help with English. We have something called the Right Place. It's where you can take your paper and have someone look over it for you and give you some advice on what you could do to improve it. Maybe you just are struggling with a science-based class and need some help. There's different areas on campus that are available for students to get additional support outside the classroom, which is definitely important, if you're looking to prepare for an exam or submit a paper. We also have new student orientation. That is something that we offer, and most community colleges offer for students who are looking to learn about the college, know what you need to know in order to enroll. It normally takes place around August for the fall semester, where you can attend and really get to know campus before you are a full-time student. We also have a freshman seminar. There are freshman seminars available at different community colleges. We have different student success courses, whether you're a student that's really just struggling to figure out what you want to major in, or maybe you know for sure what you want to major in. There are services available on campus to help you figure that out. There are tutoring services and study groups available as well. Most community colleges have a great library and resources available within the library that, whether you're writing a paper and you need to check out a book or log online and check out a book and do some research, the libraries are great for students to take advantage of. Our financial aid and literacy counseling, we specifically at FLCC through our financial aid office have someone who works one-on-one with families to complete FAFSA for the first time. Maybe you just need some help or you have some general questions. There is normally somebody available to have a conversation with you to make sure that we can best explain what questions you might have, especially if it's your first go around with the financial aid process. There is a lot of support. What's nice about a community college is it's typically a smaller community environment, so we're able to provide you with one-on-one help if you have specific questions about something. Additionally, we have career planning and transfer counseling. So I mentioned this before, but like I said, if you are, whether you're at a community college to earn your degree and go right into the career field, or if you are looking to transfer, there are different services available on campus to help you do that, to tell you when you should be applying to a four-year school to transfer, to tell you when you should start applying to different jobs that might be available within your field after you graduate. There's lots of support services on campus. So what I always like to discuss is, if you're undecided about the field that you're interested in going into, or maybe you just aren't 100% sure, a community college is a great place to start because of that. There are so many different areas of study available. For example, FLCC has programs within environmental studies and music and healthcare and engineering. So you really can hone in on what you might want to ultimately, specifically choose as your major. So I always tell students, if you're one of those students that is not sure what you want to study, start at a community college. Get that experience, hone in on a specific area you're interested in, and then go from there. You can complete your core requirements, the classes ultimately that you'll need no matter where you go. And then we also provide support for undecided students at all community colleges. So career services, counselors, and resources, as well as, help for undecided students who just aren't 100% sure as to what they want to major in. So students pursuing a bachelor's degree change their major on average 3 times, according to national statistics. I was one of those students. I started a community college, but I knew I was not sure what I wanted to do. Like I mentioned before, I changed my major 3 different times, and starting at community college really gave me that option. I was still able to graduate on time. I was still able to transfer to a 4-year school for my bachelor's, but starting here gave me the ability to hone in on what specifically I was looking to major in. So when you're starting to do the search of what school you might want to attend, college campus and experience is huge. Whether you're a student athlete, whether you're looking to get involved with clubs on campus, if you want to live on campus. What's really great about community colleges is that we do provide opportunities for students on campus to get involved still. So even if you're a student that's commuting, and you don't want to come to class and then leave, definitely taking advantage of the different clubs and honor societies and travel opportunities that a community college has available to its students. So on our FLCC specifically, we have 17 different sports teams for our students to participate in. We have different clubs and activities that really allow students to get involved, build your resume, meet other students. And then also, living on campus. Maybe you're a local student and you're interested in living on campus. We do have on-campus housing. Most community colleges within the SUNY system do have on-campus housing. So definitely look into that. As you can see, there is a variety of on-campus options for students. At the bottom left is the Suites at Laker Landing, which is FLCC's housing. If you are on our main campus in Canandaigua, that is the building that you'll see when you pull onto campus. But if there is a community college, maybe it's not super local for you, and you want to live on campus, look to see if they have on-campus housing. More than likely, they do. If there's not, then most of the time there is off-campus options available to students as well. But if you're a local student and you're looking to commute, this on-campus housing is also, still a good option to get that college experience. For a local student, maybe you're right out of high school looking to do on-campus for your first year. Most of the time, there is a separate application process that you do have to complete in order to apply for on-campus housing. So, community colleges are open enrollment. So we are rolling in open admissions. So there are a few competitive and selective admissions programs. For example, FLCC has a 2-year RN program. If you're looking to go into the nursing field, it is very competitive. It only has a limited amount of seats available. So there are competitive programs at community colleges. All SUNY community colleges participate in the full opportunity program of the State University of New York. If you are applying to a community college, most of the time we look to see that you're graduating from high school. So with that being said, if you apply and you submit your high school transcript, the next step is your acceptance. But just keep in mind, if there is a program that you're interested in that is selective and has limited amounts of seats, we always encourage students to apply around Thanksgiving every year if you're considering attending for that following fall. There are always deadlines to apply. So deadlines vary between different community colleges and are sometimes obviously different for different academic programs. FLCC, for our nursing program, we have a February 1st deadline every year for that upcoming fall. So definitely check into the program you're interested in to see if there is a specific requirement that you have to meet for deadlines, and whether it's high school transcript submission or college transcript submission, or maybe an exam depending on the program you're applying to. And then there are different applications as well. So there is a SUNY application that anyone can apply to for any SUNY school within the SUNY system. And there also are individual school applications too. So for example, if you wanted to apply to FLCC, you could apply through the SUNY application, or you could apply through FLCC's main website. We have an application available if you go to our main page to fill out for either the fall or spring semester. It's completely up to you. If you'd like to submit, if you're applying to multiple schools within the SUNY system, then the SUNY application might be a better option because it'll submit for you to all of the schools that you indicate you're looking to apply to. There are often placement testing requirements in different community colleges too. So, placement testing helps us determine what level of coursework we can place you into. It's normally for English and math. So if there is placement testing required, or maybe you've taken a college level coursework in high school, we ask that you provide that to us so that we can determine if you need placement testing. That normally takes place before you register for classes each semester. So we always encourage students to submit it as soon as you graduate so that we can better determine, specifically what classes you need your first semester in the fall. And then also individual campuses, based on your application, there are some application fees. It depends on the school that you're applying to. So just keep that in mind when you're starting the process of applying to different schools. And then normally community colleges within SUNY have a pretty quick response time. So if you apply, you'll hear within a couple of weeks whether we're able to offer you admission to the college or if we need anything else additionally. So this is the enrollment process. I would encourage you, if you're a high school senior and just starting the process of figuring out what is required, when it's required. Always keep in mind that if you're applying for the fall of the following year, there are sometimes admissions deadlines, and you definitely want to check that specific school that you're applying to, their website, to make sure that you're meeting the deadline and submitting everything that needs to be submitted on time. So you'll be in good company by opting to attend a community college. Nationally, more than half of first-time college freshmen attend community colleges, and more than half of our community college graduates transfer to four-year schools and universities. So, if you are considering attending a community college first, maybe you are undecided, or maybe you know exactly what you want to study and that community college offers for the program you're looking for, that's excellent. Over 192,000 students, full-time and part-time students, are currently enrolled in the State University of New York, so SUNY. SUNY is a great place to start. It's cost-effective. Whether you're doing a 2+2 program where you're going to transfer to another SUNY four-year school after you're done at a community college, there are excellent opportunities available. So this is just a couple of good resources to keep in mind. Always contact your local community college admissions office if you have specific questions about a program, the application, any sort of enrollment questions that you might have, whether you're looking to visit campus or attend a virtual session. I would always recommend to contact the admissions office for any specific questions about the school that you're looking into. And then also the SUNY Recruitment Response Center, their phone number is on the screen. If you ever had a question about any of this, SUNY schools within the SUNY system, you could always call that number. And then the SUNY website, or the website of the school that you're looking to pursue a degree with, is always your best bet for finding out any fast facts that you might want to know. Thank you for attending today. If you ever have any questions, please feel free to contact myself at FLCC Admissions.